What's up, Battlefielders? Legend here, bringing you another episode of Know Your Guns. Today's episode will be reviewing the L85A2 assault rifle. So let's get started. Well, the L85 or the SA-80 is a British-made assault rifle. It's in the family of the SA, and it's Model 80. And SA-80 stands for Small Arms of 1980s. And it's a British-made gun. It was used in British operations back then in the old days, in the 1980s. To unlock this gun, you have to have Back to Karkin DLC. And you complete with the assignment for it. It's pretty easy. And you get the gun. So it's not that hard. Now, for the gun, a lot of people like the gun. It's not a bad gun. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't excel at one thing, which most guns do. And it's not like the best all-around gun. Its stats show that it's one of the bad guns, and it's just average. But actually using the gun, a lot of people like it, and a lot of people get good scores with it, and they feel it's a great gun. So, here are like some of the stats that you might need or care about. So, for the fire rate, it has a slow fire rate of 650 rounds per minute, like the Scar and the Yog, so there's other guns that same thing. For the magazine, it has the normal magazine with 30 or 31 bullets if you have one in the chamber, so that's all standard. Damage has a standard damage even though it fires that slow, so it's maximum 25 damage at 10 meters, trailing down to a minimum of 18.4 damage at 50 meters, which is not that high, not great. There's actually no difference. The reload, it has a pretty long reload for like this type of gun. 2.8 seconds short reload, so when you have a bullet in your chamber, and if you don't have a bullet in your chamber, it's going to cost you 3.35 seconds, which is actually pretty large for a gun that shoots this slow. For the recoil, that's one thing this gun is good at. Not the best, but good. It has a 0.2 pull-up, which is not that high, and a 0.28 left and a 0.28 right. So there's no side-to-side recoil, and the pull-up is not that bad. Yes, there is side-to-side recoil. It's just balance. It's not that high a side-to-side recoil. So, try this gun. See, this review is actually pretty short, because there's really nothing to talk about. There's nothing special about this gun. There's nothing... It's not a bad gun, because a lot of people do good with it, but a lot of people hate it. Personally, I did good with the gun, but I'm not going to use it, because it has no use for me. Every gun has a purpose in Battlefield, or I feel so. Or there's like classes of each gun, like in assault rifles, for example. You have those like beast close quarter guns, like the AEK, F2000. You have beast long range guns, like G3A3, Scar L, I mean. You have long to medium range, like AUGs. The L85 is a long to medium, but it's a bad long and a bad medium. The M16, a good all-around gun. M416, good all-around gun. So, I just don't see a place for the L85 in this series. But, I'm pretty sure Battlefield or DICE brought it in, because they also brought in the L86, which is actually pretty good. So, I like the L86. But, that's another thing. So, if you haven't tried this gun, try it. My preferred setup with it is, I haven't played the gun. I haven't played a lot with it. So, it's either going to be heavy barrel or flash suppressor, depending on what you like. Or even a suppressor, if you actually want it that bad. Some sort of a Cobra sight or a red dot sight. Or if you want an ACOG. But, like, that's all personal preference with this gun. And either a bipod or nothing. It's a bullpup design, which makes you move faster and better in close quarters, which is useless for this gun. But, so you can't put an underslung rail. So, it's either leave it empty or a bipod. Your choice. You don't have to deploy the bipod. So, if you like this gun, try it out. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's actually pretty good. So, try it out and see you on the battlefield, soldiers. And P.S. I'm also going to be starting a new series with helicopters, so I'm looking for a pilot if anyone wants to volunteer, pilot/gunner, that has a mic. And I'm also going to be uploading a couple of videos, maybe Medal of Honor, Far Cry, Black Ops 2, a lot of other stuff. See you on the battlefield, soldiers. Legend, signing off.